Good afternoon. So I'm here with my Webley Mastiff 177 rifle. This is well, when I bought it a few years ago with a sub £500 PCP, I think it was 499. I'm going to see if it's capable of hitting a group of 14 shots at my normal 32.5 meters. I've been testing my Urigan and my Compato, and being a cheap PCP, I'm going to see how good it is. Obviously my breathing not brilliant, but I'm pretty sure I can pretty much put them within a 3/4 of an inch group at this range. Again, shooting off a bipod. The only thing I've done to this is I've fitted a small rail at the front myself, and so I can fit a bipod on to shoot off a bipod, obviously. So yeah, here goes. I shall zoom in on the target, and what we're going to aim at is going to be the second row up from the bottom, 15mm diameter target to the right. Okay, I'm going to attempt to put 14 shots inside that. Express pellets with 7.87 grain. Pop the magazine in. Here we go. Hold over is 1 mil at 32.5 meters, or nearly 36 yards. I'm struggling to keep this still today, unlike my Compato the other day. So hopefully this group will be not too bad. Breezy down the bottom of the range today as well. These pellets seem to handle the breeze very well. Pull one up there. See it. So check when I review the video. Yeah, pull the second one there. bit outside the 15 mil. That's the final shot. Excuse me. Right, we'll zoom out. So, as you saw with that video, that was 14 shots. They're JSB Express pellets. Definitely pulled 2 wide and high, and there was 2 more just outside that 15mm circle. That was entirely me. Unlike my Capato shoot, my breathing is back to what it was. I shot my Oregon, not quite as. Actually, the Oregon was better, actually, to be quite honest. But it's just there's nothing actually wrong with the accuracy of this rifle, because I've actually fired 2 of the groups earlier on to set the actual adjust the scope to 0 the scope, even though it is a bit breezy down there. So I've sort of like got 2 of the groups higher up, which I shall show you when I review the target. So, excuse me, I shall pause this and bring the target up, and we'll do a little review. Back soon. Hello, so I'm back with my Webley Mastiff 177, and I've got the target here. Now, there's 3 groups on here. This first group I took, and I decided to re-zero the scope a bit. It was quite gusty out there, so I took this group here, and then once I played around with the 0, I took this group here. These are both 14 shot groups. You'll see that this group here, this is the second group, was actually pretty good. That's less than half an inch, and as you can see, I got 3 shots which I actually did pull slightly. Yeah, so there's 11 shots in, well under that 3/4 of an inch. The recorded group was this group here, and it is actually pretty good, pretty central actually. You know, obviously I'd sent it as 1 mil dot holdover at 32.5 meters, which you need 36 yards. Yeah, it's a little breezy out there. The wind was picking up on and off as I was taking these shots, so that might have counted for these 2. These 2 I definitely pulled, yeah. But that's that's less than 3/4 of an inch at 5 pence a piece, okay, and that covers 10 of the 14. So there's absolutely nothing wrong with the accuracy of this rifle. It is purely down to the shooter. It's only because obviously my breathing is actually pretty worse today than it was with my Oregon, and obviously the Capato was really good. So yeah, it's a great rifle. I had a little problem with it when I first had it. Everybody should have a chronograph if you're an airgun shooter. I have 5 different ones, chronographs, and I did also test all my new air rifles to make sure they're legal. And when I tested this from new, it was doing 13 foot-pounds. It went back to Hiatus Outdoors, and it was a hammer issue. It came back, and it's been perfect ever since. Shot count is very good. I've just shot 3 magazines. They're 14 shot magazines. That's 42 shots, and it's used 30 bar. So you can expect about 130 to 150 shots from a full fill, 200 bar down to 100. Probably consistently, because it's non-regulated. Yeah, probably about 130 shots consistent, I would have thought. Yeah, it seems very consistent. When I tested it from return from Hiatus Outdoors, the only thing that they need to improve on is the trigger. The first stage trigger is very short because it limits the adjustment on the inside. The actual, from the sear release, there's the actual rod that links the trigger to the sear release is actually too short. The thread's too short, so you can only undo the nut so far out before you actually run out of thread, which only accounts for a very short travel before the second stage. I've adjusted the second stage, polished all the triggers up, sears up, and it's actually, the release is very, very smooth. The actual cocking is very, very smooth, side action lever, very nice. Obviously nothing wrong with the barrel. This is Discovery VT3. This is the 414 full size first focal plane scope, you know, about 200 UK. These obviously were sub £500 I bought it. I think they're about 530 now. The only thing I've done, obviously, I've done the walnut stock, treated some really nice treatment that I've got from Solware, and it looks really nice. Actually, it's really brought the grain out. So yeah, I'm really pleased with it. Accurate rifle, no doubt about it, in the right hands. Just that, yeah, my breathing really limits my accuracy. I mean, this was actually the Oregon shoot there, and see even the actual group. I mean, these are 177, that's 2-2. I had one outside there, yeah, outside, that's 12 shots, so 11 underneath there. But really, yeah, that's a pretty good group. That's 10. You know, probably could have done better. Yeah, only 3 stars out of 5. But anybody doesn't have a breathing issue would certainly get all 14 way under that 5 pence piece. So I hope you like that little video. That's it. I'll just turn around and we'll see the side action. You've got your safety here, on and off, fire safe. The cocking, yeah, it's a lever like that, really smooth, yeah. And the actual trigger, I don't know if you can actually see the trigger from here, but you've got a short, see that's the short first stage, and that's the second stage, which is now very smooth. So yeah, great rifle, really nice. See, like that. Very smooth. Not particularly noisy. It's obviously a lot quieter with the pellet, but yeah, nothing wrong with it at all for a sub £500 rifle. Very good. So I hope you like the little review. So thanks for watching. Good afternoon. This is just a bit of additional video. I just want to show the test results from the Webley Mastiff 177. I use the Express pellets, which are 7.87 grain, and I use the Combro CB625 Mk4, and I set this up to 7.9 grain because obviously it doesn't do 2 decimal places. So I put a magazine through at 170 bar, that's 14 shots, and quite amazingly it actually did a spread of only 6 FPS over 14 shots, which is almost like a regulated performance, but this rifle is not regulated. So yeah, it averaged 779 FPS, which worked out to 10.66 foot-pounds energy, at a max of 782 and a min of 776. Okay, I also put 7 magazines through, that's 714s, yeah, which is 98, yeah, 98 shots, and that was from 200 bar down to 150 bar. So I've got 98 good shots from only 50 bar. So this will shoot down to about 100 bar. So I expect to get at least another, probably another 50, 60 shots. You know, maybe another 5 or 6 magazines out of this rifle. So the shot count seems very good, which is impressive. So it's got impressive shot count, consistency. These pellets, these Express pellets, are using a lot of my air guns, very good. The magazines are very easy to operate. Just rotate them in the force of the arrow, a bit like the Crowls, and then load them in that way. So none of this reverse loading from the back first pellet. The only issues I've had that with some of the springs can pop out these, they become detached from the back. Dead easy to fix, just take this centre Allen key screw out, and then really just put a little bit, I use a little bit of super glue, just bond that in, let it set, and then just reassemble it. It's common with a lot of these spring-loaded magazines that the little spring pops out. Same with the CP2 magazines as well. But just make sure you don't obviously over tighten that. Just finger tight, otherwise you can actually split the actual perspex sheet at the front. But yeah, that's great. Been able to reliable. Yeah, all in all, it's a great rifle. Like initial problems I had with it obviously was it was overpowered. It was erratic. It went back to Highland Outdoors. And what it was the actual hammer issue, and I don't know whether you can hear this, but if we shake it around, that rattling is actually the hammer inside, moving backwards and forwards. When I first had this rifle from new, it didn't do that. When it came back from Highland Outdoors, that hammer now floats, and the way it shoots is just completely different. The accuracy is there, consistency is there, shot count is there. So yeah, for a sub £500 rifle, this is great. With I mean, this is only a £200 scope as well. So yeah, all in all, I think if you were looking for a sub £500 PCP, which had a shot count of around 150, this is great. Accuracy wise, it's way more accurate than me. The group I shot today, these two groups, I was zeroing the scope in because it was shooting too far to the right, so I zeroed it across. This was the final shot I recorded. This is on the video. I definitely pulled those two myself. These two may have been affected by the wind. It started to pick up down there. This is at 32.5 metres, by the way, which is 36 yards. Some of it might have been me, some of it might have been the wind. Probably more likely more me, because of my breathing. I was struggling. Actually, I was really struggling today to keep the crosshairs still with a mill hold over at this range. Where with my Compato, my breathing was really actually quite good. The Uragan was actually not as bad as this. So today my breathing's not been good at all. But even then, if you can actually, you've got good breathing, you'll get a group. You'll get 14 shots inside the centre of that 15. That's a 15mm diameter HFT training target. No problem whatsoever. So yeah, all the inaccuracies is purely just me. So yeah, I'll have this on the end of the shooting video and review. So I hope you like that. Really nice rifle. Thanks for watching.